got an error, and last time I got this error, the stream just didn't go out, so I have no idea what to expect. Alright, well that was a rough end to the last round. Can't show it physically on stream, because we're attacking first now, but if I hadn't done things the way I did, I would have actually won that round. He ended up failing against my Kylo Ren team. From looking at GAC history, he tried to Traya undersize it, and it, surprisingly, depressingly, it actually went south for him. But the thing that I am very happy about, looking forward to this absolutely, is we get a rematch. So I either get to redeem myself or dig myself into the worst hole possible. But no, I'm glad that that happened, because I had changed up my GAC strategy a bit. I had put a little bit too much confidence into boss lead, and the fast gas, I just don't have that much testing against the gas that fast, and I really wasn't sure how to... I didn't want to test it without that many... Like, I could have asked somebody to switch with an arena, but it just didn't feel like enough of a chance. So that's why I opted to hold 5-0 first. We'll see what happens this time. It's gonna be fun. But not to get ahead of things, we have someone else to beat first. This person's entire guild almost has no SWGH.GG. Like, he's got relics, he's clearly got a strategy. I don't know if they all... What's up, Saboteur? I don't know if they all just opted to delete their accounts after GAC history came out. Like, I know that not everybody and their mother has an FCGH.GG account, but still, it's kind of wild. Like, this dude's account is fleshed out. The biggest thing that he's missing is mods. He has like almost double my 6E, but my top end depth is just knocking him out of the water in a lot of respects. But it's the whole... It's this. That's a bit interesting. He did post weak defense in front of it. So we don't really have to spend too much to get the intel. It's still just... I really wasn't expecting him to post Padme, because that's why I went with a strong front strategy here. Honestly, I was almost tempted to stick one in each zone up front, because I don't... He'll mirror 5-0 first, that should win. I don't see any reason why that doesn't win. I don't know how he beats my DR mirror. He's like 20 speed less than my Darth Revan. He's gonna get the 5-man insanity. He posted Padme. We'll see what happens. Good luck to him. Maybe he's got a respectable CLS. He's got a lot of relics in there, so we'll see what happens. I'm eyeballing this Phoenix team and thinking that I can use Nest. This is a decently potent Zeb, though. We'll have about 20, let's call it 30 chance to land anything on her, but I don't see why she should fail this. Trying to refresh on what's in here. Stagger and expose, so that could set up. Yeah, I don't see any reason why Nest couldn't solo this. It's the first time I've seen a decent Phoenix in a long time, though. It's weird. I think we're gonna end up... His Geos, his Geos are weird. He's got, like, Gear 12 Brood Alpha, but also Gear 1 Level 1 Sunfac, which is not the order that you usually see that in. Normally, Jedi Knight Anakin with a... Or wait, not Anakin. A Jedi Knight Revan is what I practice against Padme. But I think I'm gonna try to use Trey Lead is something I used to use against Padme. We've got tools. I'm just in my own head a little bit about what this dude may or may not be showing. I think we got this. One of these days I'm gonna have to get Gar Saxon just to make you happy, Prime Force. So far pretty alright. I kind of want to stun Zeb just to get that risk out of the way. No reason to lose this one. I agree, but I would have said the same about last week, so I'm trying to be careful. I will say this Grievous. Ooh, flourish damage is a little bit spicy. Alright, let's try to get him out of the equation. Dolphins down is a little bit unfortunate. Moving my mouse over, I'm pretty sure we just have to cancel this. I killed it right as she would have. Oh. Ah, damn, dude. I cannot catch a break these last 48 hours. It's janky, too, because I've actually been really, really happy the last couple of days. The Modern Warfare Battle Royale came out and is, like, fantastic, and I've been ripping it up there. Galaxy Heroes, I just don't know what it is. We could have thrown Kira in. I wasn't really expecting Gear 12 Ezra to threaten that much chip on her. Not on Relic 6 anyway. The armor shred's stacked up, but we'll see. I don't think that matters. That's just bad for banners, but again, I don't expect him to be a problem. I might need to revisit my nest a little bit. She's been fine in the past, but I can think of one or two scares that we had in the past. Also, why did she... Right as I hit Force Close, I saw her counterattacking, and I'm pretty sure this is a 2-turn. Yeah, days for 2 turns. I know for a fact that I saw her counterattacking, so I'm actually not sure what happened there. That's a bit unfortunate. We got Geos. We have pretty much all the toys. I was looking at M Troopers. I haven't done M Troopers against Bulky Phoenix. I don't know if I would trust that with the Days counterattacking. I think we can just pop Bounty Hunters. Possibly, it should be good banners. God, how I honestly, this is the first time that I've had Bounty Hunters on offense, I think, ever. Possibly would be the better job for banners. I kind of like the idea of no, we're holding it. There's no way we're spending that here. As weird as it feels, it might be better just to keep a 5th Bounty Hunter for the protection regen. There'll be a feat for it someday. For what? Let's see. We need a lot of counterattacks if we do the flamethrower. Let's just... it would be good if we could stun you. I mean, we might as well just get the permits on up now. Have the speeds lined up perfectly. Let's try to get contracts. There we go. It's a Gear 12 Boba. He doesn't get a whole lot of love. We'll just pop some basics for now. This should be a good amount of protection regen. It's funny, the tier 2 with the Bounty Hunter event, even though I didn't end up clearing it, I feel like I learned a lot about how to optimize this team's banners on offense, so I kind of feel relatively prepared here. That Retribution's a bit ugly. We could just use this for the Dispel. Let's go fishing. Anyway. Not with this boat. It's above turn meter, so the boss or the Dengar can stun. You get it? It's really we need to get this taunt back up. That's the one thing that I really hate about this Zeta is it feels like the Zeta punishes you for doing the thing that you want to do. Like, it's only a good Zeta if you're behind. So far, we're at 60. Or not 60, 40? Like, that was the worst thing about the tier 2 of the event, is... What do you call it, Cat Bane? Like, if you didn't one-shot... At least with my team. I know, like, if you have thermal detonators or anything, like... Anything other than just OG bounty hunters, you were fine. But trying to set up the kill shot on... I don't think this will kill, but this will get killed. Kill. Okay. Yeah, my nest modding... I've cut corners. So if we're going to be doing solos with her, like... God, there's so much room for improvement here. I just have this for the max tenacity value because it's been fine for all my use cases, but that should be ideally a 60 health. I think leaving this at 5 dot for crit damage is fine, but this for armor, you could argue that the armor shred wouldn't have mattered there. Maybe just this for more damage, but if we're not giving her cure lead, the protection is pretty much wasted. I've just been trying to throw 6 dot at other teams. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's right. Actually, earlier today, I was kind of wondering. I think Nest could have soloed this team. I kind of shied off of it because this Nest is pretty much... Hey, pretty much what I just showed. This Nest is what I would want mine to be. Offense. Offense. Crit damage. This is solid. This is probably... I should be happy about this. It's actually kind of a low tenacity value, but... In terms of a Nest 1v1, I don't know that I would trust that. I haven't done JTR against this, but I can't imagine it going sideways. Right, like all we have to do is avoid AoE, because we'll get the daze on L3, but I don't really want to risk coin flipping for getting the daze back off of herself. I'd actually almost kind of prefer resistance trooper here, honestly. So one of the big choices here is if we bring Finn, double Finn is going to cause this Finn to taunt. Whereas if we bring Resistance Trooper, we're going to have taunt on Ray. I guess the biggest concern right now is Thrust. Nest can threaten. No, if it's Nest, we have to bring Finn. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Double Finn it is. It's not... I don't feel too great about it, but again, I'm trying to hold as much as possible for rear. Don't want to spend C3PO or anything. We got the daze and nothing else. I love it. Let's just get an expose here. Let's see if we swap. The grenade is a dispel, but again, I don't know if we want to use that right now. Alright, let's see. We have 2 cleanse options for Nest doing the AoE as well, so we've got pretty good economy here. If we use this, then we potentially bring everyone back to 100% though. We'll see. We could just re-daze all 3, because the JTR should be able to recover pretty heavily here. Okay, we kept the daze. I was actually pretty lucky. This is weird. I kind of like... With JTR being so tanky, I kind of like the idea of smoke screening on her. Ooh. Fair enough. Get you out of the equation. Got it. Man, I cannot wait for Finn to, or new Finn to go to 7-star. He's such a good character, but just so killable. Alright, let's get the redays on you. Generating a lot of buffs, we really just need to get the BB-8 tenacity on you. As requested. Alright, now we should be good to start stacking. Finn starts going to town. We still got the days on her. Let's just get that. Let's get the heal block just for good measure. Refresh the tenacity up. Keep stacking Finn. I might start using auto basic soon just to cycle the timer faster. Ooh, this choice kind of sucks. We might be able to get a kill shot with Finn here, but if we use a special, then Ray goes. Let's just stall here. Close. Damn, I was really hoping that we could cycle that perfectly. Alright. One more go around, give Finn the ID buffs. Okay, 2 more goes arounds. That should be a kill shot. She's gonna cycle. Finn shoots her in the face. Alright, we need to get his protection back up to full. Just to be ideal. Let's just try to lower our damage if we can, which isn't looking great. Relic 7 Ray is too deadly. Also, why is this song still in here? I thought I took it out. Split up my playlist into different moods. Sure, why not? Oh. Okay, so we got a pretty cheesy rear. I did not scout speeds here at all. 260. This looks trooperable. This looks very true. Okay. Time for the W now. So I scouted all their speeds. Thrawn goes first. I haven't really done this in a while. I feel like you would want... Ideally, you would want Fracture on... Yeah, Fatal Ruin, I try. Last time Prime 4 subbed with music was putting him to sleep, so... Nah. I think we isolate Padme. That should neuter most of her kit. We'll probably end up having to fracture GK. Also, it sucks. Our Trey is so-so because she's built for Geos. Let's see. So Thrawn's fracture is going to come late. I don't know that that's going to line up at all. Fracture everyone. God, that's okay. I'm calling it now. One of the new GL's ultimates is going to be the equivalent of like a AoE fracture. People are going to scream that it's overpowered. Alright, that's the idea, right? It has to be something. It had like okay, the GL ultimates when you think about it has to be a link in it. We're treating it like capital ships or just like general archetype design. Like a Christmas playlist. I need to make a crazy ass Christmas playlist. Alright, this should work. Thrawn going first. We swap to Treya. This party is over. Let's give that to Nihilus. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to think on their turn order. That was... I don't know if they really had much courage there. I mean, my Nihilus isn't a beast, but it's a bit insulting. Alright, mainly we're just looking for Ahsoka to kill herself with assists. That's how I remember this going. Well, the one annoying thing is she's not really... No one's really using specials. Let's see. In the interest of Treya not dying horribly, let's get Pain here. Reestablish Pain. Good amount of damage. Still stuck fracturing GK, which sucks. Yeah, without Nihilus here, I don't really know how well this goes for us. We got help by Hatred. I don't think that we kill Anakin with this hit, though. Yeah, no way. That would embarrass. Yeah, I don't know what our win condition is. I was not expecting Nihilus to get dunked from downtown like that. We can reduce Thrawn's cooldowns just to try to keep him kicking. Fine, can do it? I don't know, man. I mean, I want to believe, but... Like, that's the crazy thing here, is we're just not getting that many Ahsoka assists. Like, we're not in a position to die, but... I'm just not sure what we're doing here. Did Anakin just ignore... I'm pretty sure Anakin just straight up ignored Taunt. He had Pain. I was gonna say Ahsoka was gonna self-kill there. Let's see if she can self-kill. We get another Hell by Hatred. We get plenty of time. Let's see if we can end this favorably. I'm guessing there's too much healing though. Damn. Just finish your GSC, just scored 1934. Yeah, this is somehow turning out rougher than last time. We have Grievous. I don't think Grievous is the way. Smothered Talzin lead. Okay, actually, let's think. We had Watt. We actually might have... If we had just spent Watt with that team, that actually might have been able to keep Nihilus alive. Did Trooper have Taunt too? Yeah, like I just used my AoE, I was like, yeah, like, we get more time. Oh, Cyan had buff immunity, that's why. No, Anakin had Pain on it, so that's why I was confused. Should have fractured everything. I don't see Padme on defense that often. It's actually kind of interesting. I should... Whoa, wait. Folks, I think I just had the biggest brain fart. If this is true, dude, I'm gonna be so sad. These last two rounds have been cursed. Alright, potency check. I want this to be wrong. Okay. We would have had to use Hermit Yoda, probably. Padme is the real litmus test. We could have just Nest soloed this. Instead, we had Nest die to Phoenix. Yeah, the Padme didn't have enough potency. What am I doing, dude? I'm just gonna become a Call of Duty streamer. At least I play well there. Ugh. Well, we have to... I know where this is heading, and I don't like it. I actually had this thought occur to me. If I'm going to win, I think we need to mirror Grievous, because I think I need to Anakin the Padme team. I don't... Well, it will have what? We're at a relic disadvantage. This team wasn't actually that scary. They have no crit avoidance on either tank. Jorika is inevitably going to blast somebody to death. Oh, dude, the Modern Warfare Battle Royale has been eating up like my last 24 hours. I mean, not non-stop, but just it's been quite excellent. I'm trying to think. I feel pretty comfortable with Revan, but I don't know that we have, like, okay. This is inviting all of my worst theories. I've had the sneaking suspicion or theory. I think Geos should, or no, not should, can potentially take on Padme. It's kind of the same idea as Gas versus Padme. If all the Geos just waste their turns on GK, and then you have Spy nuke somebody with a ton of buffs, couldn't you just one-shot them? Like, this is such a bad idea. But is it? Like, you would have to line up the nuke, preferably on, like, Anakin or Padme. Probably Padme. But you'd have to line up the nuke on someone without the locked protection. Never gonna create GK, that's fine. Bear's gonna get 17 billion turns. Yeah, but you just have to give Padme one single boop. Let's see, they have Padme heal, GK cleanse, and Barris heal as the specials that could dispel Brute without Brute counterattacking. I kinda... Why didn't I just nest Padme? I need to make a list for myself. Like, that's why I had Nest modded for so much tenacity, because that's all that mattered against Padme counters. I just haven't fought a Padme on defense, and like, I don't know if I have at all. Maybe what? Geo's what? Question mark? If we give Spy all that extra turn meter. Nah. Geo Soldiers seems like a weak link because we're never going to be critting. Which means he loses a lot of tempo. He's got okay speed though. I don't want to discount that. Poggle. Cleanses value because we're probably gonna need to get rid of heal block. Stacking tenacity down. There's not going to be stacking tenacity down though, because the Padme's unblockable bonanza or undispellable unique. But I'm pretty sure that this is trumped by... Wait, what's the... You don't... Yeah. No, who was it recently that is immune to debuffs? I could have sworn that was Padme. The point kind of isn't the point though, because we're not going to be using Spy Nuke on GK. No, it wasn't Gas. I'm not sure where I saw it. Why am I using Padme here? We could mirror... Well... Padme mirror gets ugly as hell, first of all. Padme against Grievous isn't bad. Padme against Night Sisters is an option. We have Troopers option bottom, and then this can be cleaned up by... I want to make sure that I'm not shooting myself in the foot. We have CLS. Okay. Let's do this for science. I still think that my defense is going to be impenetrable for him. I want to believe. The only problem is if we spend WAD here, then Grievous loses a lot of value here. Do we just try playing Geos? I feel like this Spy Terminator would help line things up a lot more easily. But also you could argue that we're losing stacks a lot more quickly by doing that too. But we're really just looking for them to stack protection up. On the one hand, I don't like if we're gonna try something crazy like this, I think we throw on WAD to add value. On the other hand, that's kind of whack. No, Flare Boot. I'll try to hunt it down. I guarantee you I saw that effect somewhere. Because I remember having this discussion. There was some new hierarchy in the turn order that was above. Cannot be resisted. It may not have been debuffs, but I knew it was something. Alright, for the sake of pacing, I want to hold on to Watt. It wasn't immune to TMR. Alright. Padme has the locked. So we'll have if it's gonna be her, we'll need to wait a little bit. Anakin wouldn't be bad to try to take down. I think Brute's gonna die pretty quickly, so let's try to just cycle around. I think this should be a decent mass protection kill, right? All the basics. Stack Spy up a little bit. Oh, we have a buff immunity, but from where? Anakin did AoE. Oh, Padme Cake called into assist. That's a dick move. Okay, wait. No, she's still locked. I don't know why that wouldn't have higher priority than these three. If we basically summon Spy, we could just murder Ahsoka, but I'm pretty sure we're just gonna lose somebody from Anakin basic if we do that. Do we just take that? 40% more damage for each effect dispelled. This is an 8 stack. I don't know that we pop Padme. I don't think we can. Not without a crit. Or do we just go for it? I'm pretty sure Ahsoka just goes kaboom. Oh no, she has crit immunity. Varys should? Also, I just noticed Spy doesn't have any stealth. That's interesting. Alright, in the interest of blowing them down. Oh wait, no, it's dispellable crit immunity. Alright, we're taking your life. Or... Excuse me? Is she evaded? What just happened? That was a 9 dispel Spy nuke. 10, counting the crit chance. I don't think the Spy boob can be evaded. I just been a non-crit. Like, I can't even see damage being dealt. Does anybody have any ideas? Like, I know that, so we technically get a Barris heal, and then the heal for these being dispelled, but in order of operations, I would assume the damage would technically kill them first. Like, I don't think you can hit 0 HP and then be healed. I think she just evaded. No, we can see protection being low here. Maybe he just didn't crit? No, that's Spy's protection. I can't tell what happens. The beginning of the syscall is before the damage is done? I know that for what that's true. Huh. Alright, let's... God, dude, why didn't I just use, like, the one thing that I had enough prep to do? Ugh. Deep breaths. There's no way this Magna's dying. We're probably just gonna have to guild B2 first. The scouting that I did. There's AoE. Let's see, let's just call you, reduce some D1 stacks. I don't really need to reduce TMR. I don't want to use nuclear to risk a kill. Let's see. I think we're about to lose the buffs. Let's just spread them. We still have Savior. I think it's a little bit unfortunate is with this Magna taunt, we're not going to be able to dispel Droideka. So Droideka's probably going to pop our Savior here. Does Spine need to actually be in stealth though? I thought the advantage of stealth was just the that was a buff that you could consume. Let's reduce Grievous Terminator. Okay. Savior pops. What? Jolie's pretty healthy. You can just save that for banner equalization. I'm not fond of Grievous having speed up here. Call Revan. Like, it looks like we're wasting damage, but really we're just giving Revan Terminator. So that we can do this. There should be a Yoda assist here. Splish Splash. Alright. We're in Comfy Town. I was so shook up last week. Don't like it. Let's just go for the assist. This should just one-shot, yeah. Not have to worry about that. In terms of banners, let's get some where we can. Just pop this first for the AoE Foresight. Jolie basic on Magna is good just because it's minimal damage. Let's see. We're just looking for assists right now on Hermit Yoda to get him up. Or we can have that happen. We can't. Oh, that's so annoying. I almost wish that they would just let you call the assist, even though it's a dud. Like, you don't have to protect me from myself here. I know what I'm doing. Alright. Next turn kills Alright, that should be 60. Hey, wow, it's the matchup like I've done it every other time. Not failing horribly like last week. Padme. GG Watt. It is a protection loaded Watt, which is kind of interesting. Like, technically... So, health stacked Watt would be better for reducing courage for everyone else because that's bonus protection for them. But this is better for keeping Watt alive. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's also not exactly the... No, Flare Boot, I believe you there, but for whatever reason... Again, I'll need to track it down, but there was something in the hierarchy. Oh, actually, you know what? It might have been crits. There was some sort of immunity to something that had firstly trumped the hierarchy. Or maybe it was... Like, it was this type of verbiage. Like, something about can't be or is immune to that... Was it Darth Revan? Maybe? With Darth Revan Tornado Resist? No, it's not vulnerability. It wasn't that recent. Ah, whatever. I don't know. I'll figure it out off stream. It's not interesting to watch. Oh, I want to check really quick. Actually, you know what? Again, I'm not well versed in Geos. I think you might be right. I think the fact that he didn't have stealth might have been... Yeah. Damn, okay. Reading Kiss is hard, I guess. Okay, so I don't know if I would call that idea a bust yet. So... Let's see, Padme's first attack. I would have to go watch the replay. Actually, we have the replay right here. So the problem is Padme got locked. I think she got locked because she failed to stun down. Oh god, we're getting so. By the way, I'm not saying this in defense. This is more just an interesting factor. Because if Padme wasn't locked there, that was a kill shot. I think she failed to stun. Yeah. If Brute had the undispellable stun kick on him, then she doesn't get this lock, and I think Padme had a kill shot lined up. Like, like, this is dangerous. Based on this, like, the fact that you would have to rely on this to happen makes me uncomfortable enough to say that I don't know that I would want to try it. But I think the concept, like, I don't think that there was any other person who counterattacked her since then. So the kill shot, like... As long as we would have had stealth still, let's see. When did we lose it? Actually, I'm not really sure on that. When did we lose it? Or why aren't we getting stealth right now? We use basic, it pushed us to 100%. Does it have to be a crit? Because that would be a... Where's Geospy's stealth source? Whenever he scores a critical hit. Yep, that is totally it. Yeah, this is really good for me too. I'm glad that I'm learning this stuff. Because honestly, if you need to fight Geos and you use Treya elsewhere, like, you kind of can really neuter Geospy. Like, if you had something like Imperial Probe Droid, even. Like, my Imperial Probe Droid sucks, but just, like, yeah, you really kind of rip the fangs out of him if you can get stealth off of him. Cool. I'm actually, yeah, I'm glad I know this. Oh yeah, it's all about use case, right? Like, you would need the mechanics to... Like, my Geos had never been challenged. Like, my Geos either got posted on defense, or what, we've been pile driving Newt lead teams for a while now. So that would be the difficult thing is... You would need a Geospy to basic somebody. Okay, I think if we basic on Barris, and then can cycle it back around. I think it might have been viable. Also, by the way, there's like 0% chance that this works with 3B out here. I don't think. Well, maybe. It's hard to say. Yeah, good to know. I actually feel a little bit more confident now, knowing what I know. Alright, CLS definitely isn't taking on Padme. Geo Watts, or GG Watts sounds messy as hell, but I kind of want to see it. We're already in a shit show. So let's think. The protection to HP ratio isn't great. Watt does not get protection to himself, unfortunately, so... Let's see, we're giving 30%, so let's call this 22k, 22.5k. B1 being lower relic means that we're going to have a harder time pressuring an AoE. For the gas counter. You have to have more production and health than your boss or Stormtrooper Han. Yeah, that is literally the only reason. But it also makes the situation more unfortunate. So after Magnaguard's suicide, so Magnaguard cannot be revived in his text, right? It's just B1, I'm pretty sure. So Magnaguard reaches 100% health. And then is defeated. Okay, so he's still fair game to bring back with Watt. I've never tested this matchup before. I'm curious. Let's see. I'm thinking we could just start with the taunt piece. It's probably a safe bet. Ooh, we shouldn't have let Ada Padme. That's pretty bad. This is a mix up between GG and B1. I kind of feel like B1 would be better for economy purposes, but Grievous is ultimately the one that's going to have to kill people like Anakin. I chose B1 because I'm also kind of concerned that we're going to have to start combating Grievous stacking a bunch, because I'm pretty sure this fight's going to go a long, long time. Oh yeah, something that I just realized is Grievous totally, or not Grievous, B2, I'm pretty sure the rules on his cooldown cycle are not the same as his Terminator activation. So with, ooh, this is interesting. No, let's give regen to B1, or B2, definitely. This is how this fight pretty much goes, by the way. You just keep on wasting turns on GK and let the AoEs do the rest. So I'm pretty sure if you're beating the crap out of B2 and he takes a turn, like, he should pretty much always have all of his cooldown cycled. That's just something kind of interesting I noticed. Kind of just letting GG ramp up. It should be pretty much guaranteed that Anakin won't get locked protection. Honestly, banners aren't even looking that bad right now. I think this fight's going to take longer because we don't have the... Ooh, this might be a kill shot. No, it's fucking B1. Never mind. What am I saying? You literally can only kill with AoE damage because of B1 being who he is. Oh, that's actually the first lock that we've seen in a while. I'm gonna put protection on Watt just to try to get that back up. Oh, we just killed Barris. Yeah, this fight is like the most non-committal, like, I'm not actually trying to kill you. I'm just coincidentally doing it while beating my face on GK. This might be an Anakin kill. Yeah, it is. Alright. Progress. It's such a weird fight dynamic, man. It's so weird. I think Watt definitely helps. I played this, back when I made the GG301 video, I played this matchup a bunch. And so GG301 was made before Relics. And I wasn't really sure how it would change this dynamic here. But this vibe is still pretty much the exact same. Like, you just... Even when you can't hit GK, you still just deliberately hit him. Like, you could... Honestly, I almost wonder if you could just hit auto, you might just be able to auto this matchup. As long as GK stays targeted. Actually, we might need auto. Just based on time remaining. Yeah, let's try it. I don't think that there's anything I'm really doing that the AI can't just handle. This next GG AoE should be juicy. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah. This matchup should be full auto capable. I didn't even think about that. Oh, that turn should have been a special on Watt. That was a misplay, because I think we just lose here. Maybe. Or not lose, but lose protection. Yeah, I think like B1 spams special, B2 spam special. Magna can't really do anything wrong. Like, once you have all the Watt pieces done, I don't see a reason why you don't just pop auto. Like, it's not really a matchup I would choose to do, but kind of cool. God, we have so much left. Watch him somehow actually just successfully. Oh, beats. We need prepared spam. I saved a lot because I'm expecting this to just absolutely stonewall him. So this is what he's working with. Well, he posted Padme, so that's already one notch out of his belt. His 501st is Relic to Hell, which I'm expecting he'll just mirror 501st and that'll be a win. But his Darth Revan's 314. My Malik's gonna dispel his Sith Empire Trooper. He's pretty much done for. So unless he has something planned with this Luke, which let's see. He doesn't have great top end speed priority too. I don't think this Luke is fast enough to go before Darth Revan. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna crash in on my Sith Empire team. Like, what even does he have left aside from, like, he has JKR? Maybe he could do, like, try to do, like, a messy Sith Empire 1v1 and then clean up with Revan? I would actually say that maybe if he can do the first fight well, then he might be in trouble, but also NS are still a pretty decent threat for what he has left in his roster. His Geos are not super great. I think his Geos would get rolled by my NS. Imps, I just remember seeing a... I am personally predicting that my bottom run completely stoned him. So that's why I ended up holding so much. Normally I don't go this light. But hey. Okay. We got some feats to do. This preparation feat only has like 50 days, by the way. It's gross. So if Vandor Chewie... If someone else except for Vandor Chewie just keeps getting the crap beat out of them, he should just farm prepared. In theory. I don't know, like I have Kira. could use this team to farm, or we could... I'm not a fan of most of these options. We could get this down to like Daka Zombie, and then just farm prepared stacks. Daka's a little bit annoying with that concept, because she might ping Vandor a bit. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I think it might be the best bet. I don't know how I ended up using CLS against Night Scissors so much. Was not in the playbook. Where's that? Big boy. Could add 3PO just to get additional control. I don't know if I like 3PO being here. No, see, the problem is if we do this, the counterattacks on Daka are going to make it really, really difficult. We almost need to leave Initiate. I don't think that Initiate is going to be actual like kill threat on anybody. The speed actually kind of benefits us too, so she's not going to be hitting as bad. Yeah, okay, I think that might be the plan. If she fails stealth though, then we might be in trouble. Okay. We used Ray already, right? I think we have the entire week for Chui on one. We finished that. How are we so bad on that one? God, this is the slowest round that I've had in a while. I've been working on speeding rounds up. Alright, let's just end this shit. Alright, we're just gonna murder a zombie a bunch of times. Farm preparation. I don't think we get to 50 off of this. At least I strongly doubt it. Is this just like 99% health on 3PO? He actually might die. He can't lifesteal. That's interesting. Alright. Talzin, you just need to be gone. Alright, let's see if we can line this up. Kill. Kill. Get absolutely trucked by Plague. Oh, but it's Talzin lead though, so by doing this, this is actually going to be a little bit annoying. Plague should time out on this though, I think. Also, we're going to need to keep an eye on this. I don't know, 3PO, but not. Okay, timed out on 3PO. Let's just auto-base and see what happens. Okay, Vandor's prepared. Okay. Alright, I think we got the farm going. I'm like, unless she unstealths, I don't think we're really in danger here. Entertaining content. This is how I would. So yeah, Modern Warfare, or the Battle Royale specifically, it's pretty neat. And nice one to go with it. By Octane. They shot him. That's not prepared. Should we switch this to basics so that he uses... Okay. Pause. Pause. You're being dicks. Don't be dicks. Don't kill the Vandor. See? Although, why? Does it have to be a scoundrel that they hit? Probably does. Okay, Vandor. Okay, there we go. Let's just pop auto. Wait, no, but if we do auto, okay, no, back to basic. My dream for this game is that we could do conditional auto, that we could choose, like, we could, like, basically, like, imagine locking specials for specific characters so that, like, we prevent certain people from, like, imagine if we just do, like, okay, Chewie hold AoE, but everyone else do whatever you want here. That would be dope. You know that would be awful? I know. Look, I'm a function over form kind of guy. Stop hitting him. I feel like we're not going to get that many feats from this. No, but the effect only happens when someone else gets it, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure it's only when a scoundrel gets hit, too. When a scoundrel gets hit outside of his turn or something like that. Big Burger is going to have to take one for the team. Because the verbiage is specifically when he reaches 100% this way, and the this way is referring to somebody else getting hit and him getting protection because of it while he's buffed. Alright, you dicks. Let's pop Chewie AoE and call it. I'm gonna guess less than 20. I don't think that really... Like, the concept worked, but also... Tank would have been nice. How do I edit the video? Okay, so that actually did work. Yeah, so just to make sure. If an ally took damage, okay, so CLS and 3PO were fair game. And he did not recover his protection. And then when he reaches max protection this way, he becomes prepared. So a tank, if we had a tank and they, like, all those turns where they chose to hit him would have made up the difference on those last 4. That is literally the only reason why we didn't finish that feat. But we get one more day. We're just gonna have to make sure that we get the last 4 in the last rounds. Alright. This feat's gonna be an absolute pain. Alright. Moving right along. That's not bad. I might try to... It requires Vandor with somebody who you know you can trust not to kill. But see, with Initiate being there, like, okay, that only worked because that was Initiate. I mean, you don't really see Initiate with Night Sisters anymore. So you would need a team that doesn't have innate counterattacking. CLS trio plus vets. What's the vets? Wait, no, vets don't have prepared. Prime Force, are you talking about prepared? I don't think you are. I think I just assumed. Jango is supposed to be squishier, but he doesn't look squishier. Oh, for the Warhome. Oh, CLS trio plus vets. Oh, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't check his protection ratio. We can just... Okay. I was a little bit lucky. That came down to the last basic with the RNG range assist. Get the lawnmower going. Right as Django wants to go. Pretty simple stuff. My last trick. We don't have any preparation that we could just finish this now, right? We have Kira. Well, okay. Actually, no. This might be in the cards. So she just needs someone to crit twice. 4 times. Surely that must be easy. Anakin AoE should... Well, if Anakin AoEs, this team just falls down. Okay, how do we get 4 groups of 2 crits without this Maul team absolutely just falling down? Scavenger Rig could be a candidate. Not modded either, which helps. It's had to make this complicated. Or we could just take the AoE and we'll bump up to needing 3 next time. I think that sounds okay. You're up. Get over here. I think Ahsoka works here, and just because she might follow up crit. Sure. Let's see. If we put up Retribution, then we have, like, no control. And that's not to say we have control now, but at least... So if we do mass assist, we'll call Ahsoka twice, and she is probably going to assist. If we call it on Dooku, he's just going to stun GK, which isn't great. Okay, first preparation. Please don't end the match. Second preparation. Ahsoka rules state that it has to be a GR basis, right? I believe so. Did not work. If we do special and she double crits here, I think, and she did crit. Okay, still got 2. In Anakin's defense, he was polite. He did the one shot. Ooh. Okay, we get to play with the toys. Okay, I don't know how ship banners actually work. So if we don't put ships into the reinforcements, that should count as unused slot, right? Or does it have to be missing from the opener? We'll try it. Should be winnable with just this. Alright, gives us Vulture Droid Turn Meter. Let's... I really want to get Overcharge, but there's not really anything meaningful to dispel. Why not? Follow the established turn order. Oh, Thrawn actually makes this a little bit interesting. I don't know if we're... Thrawn puts us in a little bit of a timer here. Hey, we should be able to win pretty quickly, though. I would say. Good night. And... IG 100 shit, or 1000. Odd. It might be better for banners if we just stun him. So what does that get us? 60? Use slots 8, surviving units 3. Does Vulture dying and reviving counts for a dead unit? 60 seems really, really bad. What happened here? So technically, like, because it's a 5-star capital ship and we're missing a reinforcement, we lose some banners there, but like... Yeah, I think Vulture dying and reviving actually counts against him. It kind of sucks. Huh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we're missing a slot, but let's see. Yeah, it should have been 4 banners if Vulture reviving counted towards surviving unit, because he definitely didn't die a second time. Damn, I was really hoping that I could, like... I was considering leaving Malevolence at 5-star and just pushing Guild Event token currency towards GL prep. But that's really unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for a higher number than that. Well, damn, I don't even want to look at my final score. Why didn't I remember about Nest? God damn it. Like, we could have just... Worst case scenario, if we didn't trust this potency gap, we just run Kira Nest Watt. Practice it plenty of times. It's all about how I chose to mod gas. So, I would say it's on the chopping block, or at least... So the idea back when gas first came out and when I got him is that a extremely tanky, very, very protection stacked gas would put a lot of pressure on teams, like counter teams. Like, I heard a lot of good things from Padme and some solid things from CLS teams of just, if your team was not already hyper practiced and like fully properly relicked and all that, that it would throw a wrench in a lot of people's plans. Throw off the timings, get you extra counterattacks, get you longer offense stacking time. The general theory craft for this style of modding was you either need defense sets with a good amount of offense, which I never really hit. Like, I had good amounts of defense and protection, but like it needed to be like these 4 stats pretty much everywhere. But at some point, my defense collection wasn't great to begin with, and at some point I kind of just need to switch back to speed set farming for future meta. With the counterbug being what it is, I actually think that 501st in general, to pull a slight side tangent, 501st, when you're using like Bosk or Stormtrooper Han or CLS, the biggest threat in my experience is when the supporting cast is all just like loaded with damage and just decides to go full savage on someone who can't take the heat. So like usually probably like Chewie tends to be a good victim because Chewie is built for tenacity typically. Mine's relic 6, so you know you could have an extra relic worth of bulk, but like, you know, 1 protection, 1 health. I gave him the 60 defense triangle just for the extra armor. Like, these are all respectable bulk stats, but you're throwing like, you know, 50% crit damage. And I'm talking like even like damage modded 5s. Because, so what I will say to give a better answer to your question is the philosophy wasn't just in the gas modding. The philosophy was that you take this and apply it to as much of the team as possible. So 5s also defense and protection stacked. And then even in, I don't have it anymore, but Echo and Arc Trooper had defense with protection where possible as well on the circles and other spots. Rex, I generally tried to add tenacity, although because I kind of knew what I was going to be doing differently this week. I don't have as much tenacity focus on him too, but Ian messaged me on the Shard chat a while back. Like, this tenacity isn't significant, but Old Ben's potency is typically around, I want to say 40% starting, which is going to jive. So if they're not bringing the heat, yeah, 45% base potency, let's say, at Gear 13. If they're not bringing the heat with potency modding, then you add a coin flip possibility for old Ben to fail a ability block or a Terminator resist on Rex, which can make things a bit bumpier as well. It's all like, so I don't know that there's any bulletproof way to build gas is the problem. But the whole idea was to just stack the stats in such a way that, like, if RNG doesn't go your way, or let's say you built your counter but like 80% possible strength, or my setup seems extremely well built for anti-Padme, you're hosed. Like in this case, it's 5-0 first mirror. I will say, one interesting bit of feedback that I've gotten with 5-0 first mirror is because he's not built for damage, it's not as reliable that he's going to kill a clone with counterattacks. Like, of course, given enough period of time, the health reductions means that he's probably going to end up killing, you know, Rex or somebody, but it is something that can help him matter. Would I mod for offense now if I was going to do it again? It depends on the use case, but I would say I would consider shifting everyone to as much damage as possible. I think it's really hard to say. Just because it's hard to get a grasp on like which counter is the most prevalent now. You know, like, is Commander Luke still in favor? You know, Stormtrooper Han and Bosk are much better counters, but it's also A, really expensive, and B, comes at a time 1873 that comes at a time where like look, I'll come out and say it right now, I had a lot of fun discovering this team and building it and like making the guide and everything. I regret doing this. I have not faced a gas in Territory War or Grand Arena since I built this team. So, okay, now on one hand, you could argue that there is a deterrent factor to this, of like, they see the counter opponents, they know that you're probably gonna... actually, no, that the guy posted it last time, but the guy posted it last time because he had 308 gas. Fast gas was the counter to Bosk, but I have I'm pretty confident in fighting him again this time, because the big mistake I'd made last time is seriously speeding down my Luke, because I figured, well, I've got the Bosk lead counter, who cares? So I evened that out. I think Luke against fast gas and vice versa will smooth things out a bit. Yeah, I think high damage 5-0 first definitely feels like a potential way to lead them in the future. Really, it's just going to come down to the GL kits. On some level, like, despite their bad offense banner efficiency, I think that 5-0 first will have a second life, just being a easy to optimize nuclear button you just throw at something. We'll have to see what the GL kits are and how, like, the big question, like, I'll do a big theory crafting stream for when the GL kits arrive, just because, you know, they're going to shape the future of the game. But the big question going in that you should have is how much of their design is based on cans versus cannots. For example, Darth Revan was all about the cannots. Darth Revan was all about, you cannot reduce my turn meter, you cannot typically kill Darth Revan first, you cannot safely use AoE crits. There were cannots all over the kit. 5-0 first doesn't have that many cannots. The biggest 5-0 first cannot, I would say, is you cannot kill other people aside from hitting gas first. Like, you know, once he's toppled, you don't always have to kill Fives first. Like, when I was testing the Bosk setup, like, I completely accidentally killed Rex first, just out of some memory habit from my Vandor got the wrong speed timing and went first. But it was fine. Like, 5-0 first doesn't have that many restrictions on the attacker, aside from just, you must get through this protection wall first. But yeah, that's kind of why I stacked my team the way I did, is because I think if you look at the team the way most of the counters are looking at the team, they have to cut through Skywalker's protection wall, Bias protection wall, and then try to do all of that and then kill whatever priority target the counter is worried about, all in the time before Skywalker stands back up. And once he stands back up, then you're on a different timer, because now you're getting cooldowns increased most likely. Things are just going to get a lot messier. So the goal of going full tanky protection stretch was just to widen that window, make things more uncomfortable for people. And to some degree, I still think it's kind of true. Like when I've been practicing different counters in Arena, the high damage ones don't tend to scare me as much as the longer protection ones because, you know, sometimes that extra window does make a difference. Sometimes your Han ends up having to use an extra turn on Skywalker that you would have rather had on 5s. Yeah, it just depends. I don't know that there's one perfect way to build gas, and I don't know necessarily that this is trivialized either. The reason why I'm kind of turning away from this is because of the counter bug, and this build doesn't really make good use of it. Offense stack. But yeah, that's kind of... I do still think defense set absolutely should be the secondary set. Yeah, we'll see. I really have no idea on when to expect the kit incoming. I should probably get some assets built to get ready. I am a little bit stressed. If we just look at raw value right now, First Order is pretty far ahead. I'm scared to say. The biggest... God damn it. Player Boot, I don't know if you're still here. The biggest thing that just crushed my dreams is a slight misinterpretation on Poe's kit. I thought that this little tidbit of text right here was saying that you were shredding their max protection pool. So in my mind, I was thinking, well, Finn's got anti-fear. Poe has max protection shred. So once the new Rey hits, they're going to be in super sick position to not be vulnerable to a lot of past metas. But no, this is just you damage them for 5% of the protection. Which, like, oh, it's okay. But it's not nearly as shiny. So yeah, I'm a little bit curious, I'm a little bit worried. Like, there is no real value judgment until we see kits. But Rey has to be pretty damn good for her to end up being a better choice than Kylo. Kylo's fleet's better, and both factions got great new toys. I still think I would edge the Resistance heroes out over First Order, but the rest of the people involved, like, you know, the TIE pilots are very solid units. I'm sure if you get them at a high relic, they're gonna throw damage at a wall. I don't really need a Relic 7 BB-8. His wiggles are gonna crack the heavens. Like, you know, like, BB-8 will still, you know, counterattacks will do damage. All that good stuff, but, like, it's... It's possible, Tori. It's a lazy answer, but I don't think so. I think the ultimates are going to very, very closely mirror what we have right now with capital ships. I expect that the mastery... So think about, like, Jedi Knight Revan lead. I think mastery might be their way of trying to make a more interesting stat leadership. Where instead of, you know, Jolie doesn't necessarily care about 40% offense and crit chance from Revan lead, but, you know, Jolie's masteries might help push him a little bit more as a class. And that might also be what they mean. So, like, Revan gives Jedi stats. They could do something like with, let's say, a new Rey. Let's say that her lead... I'll just blow Revan. Actually, no. Old Finn lead is a good example of this. This is how they used to build a lot of old leaderships. Where is the... Okay. Resistance allies have blank stats. Other allies have half that amount. I would not be surprised if we saw Resistance allies gain, you know, whatever flat value to their mastery, and other allies gain 1/3 of that. That's at least what immediately comes to mind. I don't necessarily think that we see, like, oh, well, okay, Kylo might get something that's like a debuff that says, like, your mastery stats are reduced by 75 or whatever as, like, a temporary debuff. Or the other thing that really came to mind was the idea that, okay, if we're thinking about manipulating mastery, so when I first read that that was going to happen, my initial gripe is like, that sounds awful. Like, that is just a worse version of debuffs that we've always had. You know, offense is minus 50%, or offense down is minus 50%. So, like, what level of mastery would it take for that to happen equally for... who do we have that has... Sure, like, Grandmaster Yoda has 10,000 special damage here in this example, and you're dealing with flat values, I believe. Yeah, you're dealing with flat values. So, like, Tactics Support Mastery, 45 points gives you 540 damage. It would have to be, like, minus 450 mastery to get the equivalent effect for what we have down with the debuffs. But I think what they could do instead is... It's just a lazy example. Every time X character takes a turn, your mastery levels go down by 15 or something. I think it's going to be either like a stacking effect or a ramping debuff effect, and I don't know that it'll necessarily be like I don't think it'll be like a Ray Mind Tricks, but your mastery stats. It'll be more like a... It's really hard to explain this without just using allegories to other games, but like, if you know card games, like a Decay or a Control archetype, where they're just hoping to burn the game down over time and just like choke you out to 0 stats. The thing that just makes me uncomfortable in this is just the fact that we're dealing with flat numbers here. I mean, accuracy and crit avoidance are percent values, but, you know, damage, health, protection, like, unless we're dealing with really, really inflated stats. Let's see. God, I forgot what has awful mastery stats for his class. I know Old Ben has it. Yeah, like, how much negative mastery do you have to have for, you know, you're dealing with 1100 protection per unit of 5, like, something about it just really rings hollow for me. Unless either the flat stats are, like, the flat mastery number is just grossly inflated, or something. I just don't understand how this could be a compelling mechanic. You could argue that, like, you know, the mastery reductions will stack with existing debuffs, so, like, you could have offense down and also negative mastery lowering your offense even further. That's 100% valid, but just... I don't know. I've never been fond of number changes. You know, like, Galaxy of Heroes, one reason why it's so compelling is the effects aspect of it. We have all of these, you know, for as much as people griped when locked effects first came into the game, like, Thrawn is a compelling character because Fracture is a compelling effect, and it's reliable. There's no RNG, it's a tool, use it, you have it. Blah. But, like, if this ability instead was just minus 90, let's call it, mastery levels, like, the character is still the character. The guy that you're doing it to is still the guy. He'll do the same things, just weaker. It just doesn't feel as interesting to me. Like, the game is great when they're giving you fun effects to play with. Range Trooper. Excellent example. They're gonna do everything that the faction was already doing, but there's a coin flip chance. I don't like the coin flip, but there's a chance that someone else joins in. Like, there's a lot of RNG associated with this, but it enhanced what the faction wanted to do in ways that felt pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's, at this point, it's all just pure speculation until we get the kits. Like, that's really all it comes down to. It's painful, and, like, same reason, like, there was no real reason why I should have done her as well. But, like, technically speaking, I could pivot to Kylo if need be. The fact that capital ships only need to be 5-star and no other ships are involved kind of makes this about way more approachable. There's a lot less buy-in, I guess I would say. Because, you know, the Poe aside, Poe is a goddamn nightmare. But, like, I've been slow farming Hux and Sith-Trooper, but, like, if I decided that I want to go Kylo first, I can turn that on real quick with Precious. What's up, Jakiro? Unfortunately, the stream's almost over. Nah, tonight was... pretty much gonna wrap up. Ugh. Moral of the story is remember your counters. Oh, he's actually attacking. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. No, this is perfect. This is exactly how I wanted to end it. I want to watch this. We're 3 battles in. Malik is dead. Malik is dead first, which I feel like you never see. Is it possible that he could have, like... There's no way that Gas attacks this and loses it. You're worried. I don't know, man. One thing that I've always failed to appreciate is these sisters. If you gas yourself... Oh, damn. Got it. The sisters can tax you. It depends on what he spent. I'm really surprised that he killed Malik first. Let's see. It is pretty cheesy rare. Let's see. Grievous posted. So that better not posted. Yeah. Darth Revan, Rebels, not Padme. Jedi Knight Revan, which is Revan was okay. I don't really remember seeing anything too wild there. I think he probably, however he killed Malik, I'm actually not really sure how he did that. If he ate their cooldowns, then he could have annihilated Malik with Darth Nihilus somehow. Like if he gets the 5-man drain and the Treya isolate and then swaps back. Because JK cleanup would be a lot easier if it's not present. So let's see. He's 2 losses down. Kind of need NS to clutch it out. I'm going to assume that his JK are gone. He's going for it. It's Treya, for the record, so staring at a blank screen. I don't think that is Treya itself. Just assume that it's Treya. The Treya isn't really remarkably strong enough to take on Night Sisters. My rocks aren't that impressive. It's possible he's using Rebel actually. I'm not sure. Maybe, I think we actually do end up seeing that just as well here. Unless he ended up using Rebels as the cleanup. I was about to say maybe he geos Malik? I'm really just curious how he sniped Malik. If he had closed out Sith Empire so that he had Darth Revan basic opener, then I think he might have been able to sneak in at Alice in that basic. Alright. I think that's a loss. Yeah. This was completely unnecessary. Just didn't use my brain. Literally, all we had to do is remember the damn counter, and this doesn't happen. No, that doesn't. This was a 60. I mean, we lost some banners here, but that was for the beat. I need to start writing down like a list so that I don't do dumb shit like this again. I mean, my crew did get a hold last time, but I'm not holding it up. Alright. I'm just going to assume it's a loss. We can call the stream there. I might stream some Modern Warfare because I've been really enjoying that, but we'll see. Sorry, I have a server. You could just post that in here instead of Alright. That sucks. We'll see what happens. I guess it's not over yet, but good game.